Hey there ladies and gents, Pops here. Welcome back to Kinlaig in Farming Simulator 2025 in the Highlands expansion. Just before we do anything else, there's just one thing I've realised since the last episode that I didn't show you from my wander around, and that was in here. So the Skoda is part of the new farmer setup. However, who wants a Skoda when so we have this little beauty. Wouldn't you just look at that? So this is going to be much more fun to drive around in the Skoda, but that's not for now. That'll be for when we go and have a tour around the town, which we will do at some future point. For now, let's just park her up, turn her off. And get on with what we're supposed to be doing instead of playing around. So, this field has been harvested and the straw sold. And if we keep up the quick jog down to the next field, you will see that likewise this has been harvested, and the field next door, which we could just about, can we get through the fence? Yeah, this is also ours, but this is currently in a ploughed state, empty, so we'll have to decide what to do with that. But just go back through the hedge. We've got one last little bit of straw to pick up, so we'll do that now. Jump in, start her up, lower her down, start her up. It's literally the last bit we had to go and empty the forage wagon, so there's only going to be a tiny bit in it, but we may as well get what we can. As you can see by the upper right hand corner, despite the straw being a very low return per run, it does add up. We've got nearly 19 grand more than we started with. Not bad considering. We have been hiring workers to do the combining. So next up on our list of jobs to do is going to be the grass field. That again is ready to harvest. So let's just talk about the map here a second. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the UK, triangular signs are warning signs. So warning of some sort of hazard ahead. In this case it not only shows a picture, it actually tells you what it is, and that is for these traffic calming humps here, what we would call sleeping policemen. So this has been hypercritical, but this is the only thing that's slightly wrong, I believe, here. Ordinarily we have a sign there, again because it's circular it's an instruction. It's saying that that is 20 mile an hour speed limit, so beyond this sign 20 mile an hour. That is a de-restriction speed limit, so that's saying that the national speed limit applies. The reason it doesn't say a number is because that number can vary depending on what vehicle you're driving. My slight beef is that ordinarily that sign wouldn't exist because that number would be on the back of this sign. Obviously this side of the sign should be 20 mile an hour and this side of the sign should be national speed limit. Now I don't know if this happens, I've never seen it in 40 plus years of driving, but theoretically when you're driving towards this coming in, up to that point you can drive at, let's say, 60 mile an hour in a car. Beyond this it's 20 mile an hour. Get out of the way of the bus. Coming out, you pass the 20 mile an hour sign, which we now can't see, but you still can't do the national speed limit till you get to that sign. So what's the speed limit in the middle here? Who knows? Anyway, that's enough of that. We're disturbing the traffic. The road markings are also good. You would have these chevron type things on the speed bumps. The double yellow lines are a parking restriction. You can't park on a double yellow line. The solid line means you can't overtake, or the solid two lines in this case. Likewise here, you can't overtake on the bend. And the chevrons around the bend look correct to me as well. There's another warning sign, this time warning of deer. And then we're back out to the national speed limit. And there you go. So endeth the lesson. Let's get this delivered. It's only going to be a few quid, but we may as well have it. It all counts. Yeah, £264, right. Probably wasn't worth the fuel we burnt to get down here. Well, that's not true, but you get my gist. Okay, back to the village. Let's go and sort ourselves out some grass mowing equipment. Right, pick this mower up. And the field we need to go to is, I believe, this one right here. All we've got to do is find an entrance into it. Like so. Right, we're going to get the grass cut, and then we need to decide how much we want as hay and how much we want as a grass. However, for that, probably more importantly, we need to correctly connect it, because it's not on correctly at the moment. It needs to go on the front of the tractor. To take this weight off, but I'm going to leave it in the middle of the road in the hope that we don't forget about it. Right, let's try that again. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Okay. There we go. It's making quite speedy work of it. Leave that go. We'll go and get a windrow. In the meantime, we've got the harvester put back in storage. So we'll get that done next. Take the header back first. Is this the best place for it? The tractors would be better in there. Okay, let's put it back in here for now. Far enough back? Not really. That'll do. Wasn't very central, so I think what we'll do for the moment is just pretend that's what we meant to do. Obviously it isn't. Turn that off, jump out. Let's go grab us a harvester. And stop. Excellent. Next up, windrower. This has got a very small turn-in circle, this JCB. He's zipping around with that mower. Mind the weight, mind the weight. Okay, leave that there a second. So following on from the earlier conversations about UK road markings, there was just something else I wanted to clarify for those who are not native to the UK and who may not know, but this map is definitely a UK map. This location is in the United Kingdom. So you would call it a UK map, or indeed you can call it a British map. One thing it absolutely 100% certainly isn't is an English map. This is not England, this is Scotland. Two completely different places, completely different nations. We're all Brits. We're all from the UK. But if you suggest to any patriotic Scotsman or woman that they're English, they will not be very happy with you, and rightly so. They're not English, they're Scottish. Big difference. Big difference, and it's one that people sometimes fall up on if they're not from the country that me, as an Englishman, and my Scottish brothers and sisters, and indeed Welsh and Northern Irish, we're all part of the UK, but we are not all the same nationality in terms of our base country of origin. So yeah, this is a beautiful Scottish scenery, which I'm sure my Scottish friends are very proud of. Anyway, that's enough of the geography lesson. I think while we're up here, we've obviously got the windrow out. We're going to need the baler and the tedder. So while we're waiting for the mower to do his thing, we may as well get them brought up here, I think. It's the baler up here. Just leave that there for now. Right, I've just discovered I'm on PC. So on PC, if you press Ctrl Y, you can change this vehicle from front wheel steering to all wheel steering, and you have a lot more control. It actually goes round corners. Ooh, a lot quicker than you expect it to. Okay, last thing, let's get the tedder up there, because some of it needs to be teddered. Just drop that there for the moment. We'll windrow it all first. Although the motor's putting it in fairly good roads as it is, but I think we can make it better than that. Right, let's leave our worker to get the mowing done. One thing we can do in the meantime, let's have a look, see what contracts are available. I'm liking the look of that one. I'm liking the look of that one. And I think maybe we'll take on one of these big harvesting contracts. And it will all give us a chance to look around the map a bit, to have a go with some different equipment. Okay, so bale wrapping, we're going to do that. Fertilizing, we're going to do that. And harvesting, I'm thinking we might possibly do both of those, but let's just take that one first and we'll get that one started. So that's field 25. Okay, so there's the two Mercedes. That one's got a bell wrapper, which will be going to field 31. This one's got the fertiliser on it, which will be going to field 12, and then for the main harvesting contract we have this little lot. So first things first, let's get the trailer out of the way. See what we have here. There's some quite large bits of equipment for this countryside, but it will be fun. Trying to negotiate some of these little roads. Right, big boy, we need to pick up this header. Let's just get the logistics of this right. Could do with moving the trailer a little bit, hang on. There we go, that's better. Okay, so if we pull this round, jump in here and start her up. A little bit of a tight area, but this is a big old header. Backward, oh no, word backwards. Something like that. Jump in. Leave that there. He can then come back and pick up his fertiliser. Like so, and he is once again ready to go. all we've got to do now is work out where field 25 is. So the good news is field 25 is this one in front of us here. The bad news is the entrance to it is on the other side of the field, so we need to get up this little narrow pathway. Which is always fun in something this size. Okay, let's see how this goes, because I'm not entirely sure. In fact, I'm not very confident at all that that header is going through that gate. So this might be quite interesting. Question is, does it go over the gate? No! Well, it certainly doesn't go through it. So the only other option let me have a little think. It is a quandary that we'll come back to, and we will find a solution to. But as time's going on, let's just turn that off. I am thinking let's get the baling and the fertilising contracts up and running while we mull over ideas about how to get this going. So the fertilising contract, field 12, which is over the river. Turn right. Follow this road and then turn right again. Up here, I believe. Into the forest. At least he's given us a chance to have a look at some of the lovely countryside. Come on, old girl, you can do it. Somebody out camping. A bicycle in their tent. on their gas stove. Lovely location for it. Double check if we're going the right way. Yeah, keep to the left. Turn right into the field. See, if I keep stopping at every place of interest, this is going to take us hours. Hello, mate. Alright, calm down, Neddy. It's the little things that make these maps good. Okay, railway track. Beat up old caravan. Somebody's junkyard by the looks of things. And this, don't get too close, it's going to open outwards. This is field 12. So got my mate in there, she's going to do this one for us. We're going to go back and get the bale wrapper. So this one's the one that's actually the furthest away, so this is going to take a little while to drive to. Need to go under the viaduct. I like the little bit of mist on the water there. We're going to turn left here. And we're heading up that way, I think. Alright mate, just wait on a second. So yes, around here. This was our water collection point. Got a petrol station over there. See, there's another triangular sign giving us information or a warning. And then this warning sign telling us there's risk of rocks falling. These Mercedes really don't like hills, do they? I'll see you when we get there. Here we go. Okay, let's get these bales wrapped. we go. As simple as that. Also in the meantime, the fertilising contract has finished. So I think what we'll do is actually get these two collected, we'll get all this equipment back, and then we'll sort out our harvester issue. So we've established that we cannot get the big harvester with the big header into the contract field with the header attached to the harvester, and there is no room without driving all over the crop to drive the header in at the moment. So plan B is we are going to take our own harvester, and it's a much smaller header, and we are going to make a start on that field to see if we can clear some area near the gate big enough to get the bigger harvester in. Bit of a convoluted plan, but keep your fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. So the first thing I need to establish is, can I get into the field with the header on? Because that would make life easier. Oh my god, backwards. I think we missed slightly. Try again. Where'd you go? There we go. Right, so what we need to do now is create enough space for the header trailer to come in on the much bigger header. Just leave that there a second. Okay, so let's go get the grain trailer because we need the tractor to take this header trailer in. Finally, we're ready to go. Let's do 2 headlands, 3 headlands, start on the headlands, generate map. Go. We're off. Beautiful view of the town of Kinlaig in the background there. That's how close we are to the shop. And that's how close we are to our own farm. Right, let's get this contract done. So see, sometimes, I mean, it's okay having this massive shiny equipment, but sometimes the little old trusty stuff like this is just enough to get you out of a little bind. And now we'll go and put it back away again. Get this contract field finished, and then it's time to do some windrowing, tedding, and to sort the grass field out. But that is all for another episode. So thank you very much for sticking with me. I'll see you next time in the grass field. In the meantime, be good, stay safe, and I will see you all again very soon.